Hey everybody, it's Wolvash. Welcome back to Deponia. Just my microphone here, just real quick. Okay. Sort of. Sit. Stay. Good boy. Alright, let's go ahead and move on through this crowd of Organons out to who knows where and see what we have to do to salvage this mess.
Yeah, but I can't get through.
Oh, really? Attention!
Attention!
Oh, bailiff on deck!
Division, halt!
Division, halt!
Yes, sir, bailiff.
Oh, yeah, I mean that. Well done.
Nice. Parting of the Red Sea.
Oh, crap. More of them.
There's 11,000 of them. We know that already.
Attention! Bailiff on deck. Hello? Bailiff on deck.
Yeah, we've noticed. Tell us something we don't know.
Really? Mind your manners, will you? A little more respect for our bailiff.
Right. Yep. He's got a point. After all, he's the bailiff.
Yes, exactly. After all, I'm the bailiff. Remember that.
They're gonna throw us off this thing. Alright, let's see.
Oh, crap. More of...
Yeah, we know that.
I'm headed for the bridge. Take me to the right level. But, bailiff, you should know what level that is. Yes, of course I do. I just wanted to test whether you know it, too.
Alright, so, down. Do I just let it go? Let it go, let it go. Organons on the floor. Let it glow, let it go. Can't stand the sound no more.
And is this the right floor, bailiff? You should know that, being a bailiff and all.
Oh, he's on the board with me. Of course.
Of course. Of course. Are you completely sure about that? Of course I'm sure. I'm the bailiff. I'm always sure. Good to know. Time to disembark, everyone. The bailiff says we're here. Yes?
Hello, bailiff.
Oh, Cletus? No. Argus. You guessed it. And you must be Rufus. Some nerve you've got coming here. Foolhardy and stupid. As always. Or don't you realize that I will now have to break every single one of your bones? Wait! Can't we come up with a more peaceful solution? I don't think so. The time for amicable agreements has expired. I've been looking forward to this day. Put 'em up! Oh.
Look how he fights. I think you're gonna be okay. Pedal.
Ow! Hey!
That works. Throttle valve.
Here, a throttle valve to adjust the elevator's speed. Well, who needs that kind of thing? Ow!
Alright. Pedal up. And up. And stop. Can I mess with anything beyond that? No. Stop. Down. Be on the ceiling now. Okay. Stop. Pedal up.
Cut it out!
Down. On the ceiling. Stop. Don't out the floor. Took a couple tries, but we got it. Oh, we get to deliver a speech.
At last, the team is waiting impatiently.
Waiting?
For your speech, of course. And allow me to add that I am no less excited myself. Your speeches are always so inspiring, so eloquent. You play the crowd like a virtuoso plays his piano. And if I may say so, a less charismatic orator would literally be torn to pieces by such an audience.
He would?
Oh, certainly. But your words are like magic. Inimitable. But here I am, just raving on. You should get started before the crowd grows even more agitated.
Yes, nobody wants that.
Electrify us. Work your magic.
Just a moment. I think,
Gentlemen, we are about to be addressed by our great role model, our leader, our
When he speaks into the microphone, the distortion goes away.
idol, Bailiff Argus, who just a moment ago personally assured me that the speech he's about to deliver will inflame your hearts for our common cause. And now, stand to attention! You are now being addressed by Bailiff Argus!
he knew this, and he just let me walk into it.
What an ass!
Ooh.
Yes,
Come on, I want to get to the flaw in your argument
I
here.
mean, that ass. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that ass.
It's magnificent. So, he's talking about orator, blah, 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 blah. We're forgetting one thing. Military command. These are soldiers. He's the general. Doesn't matter how good of a speaker he is. They all have to listen and do what he says anyway. So, he can be a terrible speaker in this. That's how it really works. The soldiers don't get to tear you to shreds if they don't like your speech, your speechifying abilities. That ass who is standing in front of you, no, right here by my side.
Right here by my side.
It's only one of the asses aboard this ship.
Is only one of the 11,000 asses aboard this ship.
The Organon is an organization of asses.
The Organon is an organization of asses. That's how we were constructed. That is our destiny. I know. Why is he saying those things? Well, this is why.
Just look around.
Just look around. What are we actually doing here? We're supposed to destroy a planet for which we don't give a rat's ass. For people who don't mean shit to us. Isn't it time to realize that we are the asses here? Then why don't we do what is expected of us? And shit on them! Come on, say it! We don't give a shit!
I could name you 1,000 more examples.
I could name you 1,000 more examples. The fact is, we're the asses here. But is that
They're
something
clapping.
to be ashamed of? I say no! I, for my part, am proud of what I am. I am an ass! And you're all asses too!
You're just repeating your speech now.
It's
Come on.
time to show the world what's inside us. Long live the Organon!
And what can I say? I can give a speech.
Was it good?
Very inspiring, like always.
I know what the people want to hear.
Then I can go now. Which way to the bridge?
But what about the hymn?
Oh
The
God, no.
hymn?
No.
Exactly. Following each of your speeches, you lead us in our
No.
hymn. You can't have forgotten.
I haven't forgotten. No, we're not doing that.
The hymn.
It's the hymn of silence. If I have any control.
Me. Here we go.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon.
What the frick?
Organon. Oh, oh.
Okay, what a lame audience. Frankly, Rufus's amazing singing voice is wasted on these people. But anyway, you should give him a hand and click on the lines of the staff to alter the pitch and notes until the melody comes out properly. Oh, bite me.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon.
So,
Oh, oh. Organon. Organon.
oh, I did mess up. I messed up.
Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon.
Those two okay.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh.
Heart. Heart.
Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh,
Almost all hearts except for this one.
organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon.
Let's see if that's it.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon.
I missed that one this whole time. I thought we were. Where's my thing? Where's my key?
Oh, oh. Organon.
Oh no, I've lost my mouse. I got it. There we go. I don't know what happened. My mouse disappeared completely. Alright, let's get out of here. Yes, way better than it was. Still don't want to hear it. I'm tormented from the last version.
Ah, Cletus, there you are. Where's your mysterious companion? I had hoped you would introduce me to the person who caused us so much trouble.
Don't worry, she's on board. You should be more worried about the others who are also on board. Your precious bailiff Argus has moved the entire Organon to this high boat.
What? That can't be true. Where is that traitor?
You know, I've got good news and bad news regarding him. The bad news is someone's got to clean the floor of the elevator shaft.
Nope, he's
I
alive.
don't think that will be necessary.
Argus, I don't believe it. You are trying to deceive me to bring the Organon to Elysium behind my back.
Yeah, but he didn't reckon with me. Oh, me!
What's
Oh,
going
good
on here?
lord, how'd he
Who is
survive?
that?
I'm the real Cletus. He's just an imposter, which, strictly speaking, makes no difference. Plus or minus 2 zeros. My calculation turned out just right. This high boat is now under my control.
Not as long as I can prevent it.
Stop that!
This high boat is no longer bound for Elysium.
What? What?
I'm certainly not going to jeopardize the Utopian project by taking an invading army to Elysium. I'm initializing the destruction of Deponia. Right now, Elysium will have to start on its journey a little sooner than expected.
Stop! Ulysses! You fool! This is madness!
My decision stands. Don't try to stop me.
But
What?
What about the Deponians?
But what about the Deponians? When you detonate Deponia, what will become of them?
Enough energy to catapult Elysium towards the nearest inhabitable planet, I hope.
Have you no conscience?
Oh, I do, most certainly. But it is necessary. And you are not going to change my mind.
But
What about the Organon?
what about the Organon?
What about it? The Organon was destined to be blown up all along.
I forgot. But
What about me?
what about me? I don't want to die.
I know. You're the third prototype, aren't you? Yes. The tragic fate of the Alpha generation has always fascinated me. That's why I took Argus under my wing back then. You may think you aren't one of them, but actually, it has always been your destiny to die, just like the rest of the Organon. And the fact that you don't want to die is simply due to a flaw in your design.
But
What about you?
what about you? You're gonna die as well.
True, but this is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. With all the suffering I have caused, I don't deserve better.
Ha! So you've got a conscience after all. You don't have to do this.
Oh yes, I do.
But
Why sacrifice yourself for Elysians?
why would you want to sacrifice yourself for the Elysians? Who or what is forcing you? I mean, Deponia may be no paradise, but it's possible to live there, and many people do. And not everyone down there was as unhappy as me.
I know the life down at the surface. I spent a long time there myself. Like a rat amongst the garbage. That isn't a dignified life. Not for
a bunch of stuck-up swellheads? Hey!
If you really want to know, this is about my daughter. She lives on Elysium. I want a better life for her. On Utopia. I'm doing this for you, Goal.
No! You old fool! What have you done?
What do you think? In a few minutes, a radio signal will be emitted from this
But
high
Goal's
boat
not with
to
him.
activate all the blast towers around the planet. Deponia will be destroyed, and Elysium can finally set out on its journey to Utopia. I saved my daughter. That's what I have done.
I'm afraid I have to contradict you, Dad.
Goal? What? What? How?
I went to Deponia with Cletus. I knew you would never permit it. That's why I didn't tell you.
The girl we were looking for was you, the one who took pity on these junkyard dwellers and sabotaged our plans? This was about you the entire time?
Can't we celebrate this
Pay
family
attention,
reunion
man.
some other time? Deponia may blow up any minute now. Including us and your precious daughter. Exactly. What are you waiting for, Ulysses? Abort the detonation!
But that's impossible.
Can't we stop it somehow?
The only way would be to destroy the antenna before the signal has sent.
The transmitting antenna. Of course.
Hey, I'm
But
great
the
at destroying
transmitter
things.
is on top of the upper deck. It would be a suicide mission. Who would be crazy enough to try?
I'm in. So am I. And I.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
I'm coming too.
You're staying here, Missy. You and I are going to have a serious talk.
Whoa, it's the three Rufuses. It's the Rufi. The Council of Rufuses. Oh, this is going to be fun. Alright, well, I mean, it can't be too bad. There's only 3 moving parts. Snapping off antennas.
Why does that always happen to me with antennas?
Why do you always fold them?
You know, we could... Shut up. You know, we could... Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, cable.
Good thing I don't suffer from vertigo or any other sign of the zodiac.
Can we just walk over there, or do I gotta use this on this so it'll walk on it like a balancing act?
Here we go. Haven't got all day, you know.
Yep, high wire Rufus. Good job, actually. What? It telescoped? Oh. Higher wire Argus. High wire Cletus.
Whoa! That was fun.
Fun? You moron! You almost killed us!
Oh, I've heard that so many times before, but never actually, you have killed us, and that makes all the difference.
That's quite enough.
He didn't
I've had it with
do
you.
anything
You
to
will
kill
hold
you.
yourself back from now on. Leave the rest to us. So, how shall we proceed? You could jump. It's much too far. Or perhaps you could stop the rotor. Oh, don't be such a Rufus. The rotors are keeping the high boat upright. Even if we could block it, the high boat would capsize. That would be the end of us.
Alright. Well, we have 3 options. I don't know what they are, though.
How are we supposed to get to that?
Let's see. I mean, it lets me go over here. Do you want me to poke it with the antenna? Is that the problem?
Step aside. I've got a plan.
Stop! Don't!
I hit it! And who's the idiot now?
You, of course. Same as always.
Huh? Why?
Just look. The transmitter fell into the rotor, and it keeps blinking like nothing happened.
I mean, it was pretty wild luck that it fell
Oh,
through the
damn.
blades.
It's still active. How are we going to reach it now?
Now?
There's a catwalk down there.
I can see that.
Any chance we could get there by jumping?
Down there? Just how stupid are you? Answer his question, Cletus.
Excuse me?
You're the inspector here, aren't you? Then let's hear your assessment of the situation. What are the odds?
Taking into account the rotation speed and the radius,
The odds that we'd survive without being shredded by the rotor are about 1 in 3.
well, 1 in 3 isn't half bad.
That depends. It roughly corresponds to your brain cells per head ratio.
Alright. What about you?
Well, 1 in 3 isn't half bad.
If the 3... But that's insane.
Have you got a better
Sorry.
plan?
No, bugger off. It's all settled then. It's all settled then. We count to 3, and then we all jump.
Alright.
1, 2... Hey, what's this? Aren't you jumping? Are you?
You were gonna cheat, huh?
Not me. Nay.
I almost jumped by myself. Good one.
If you're gonna jump, you might at least, like, well, I guess it doesn't matter down there now. We already knocked it down.
That ought to have worked, but I always manage to break things.
Sorry, a bit of a coughing fit there. Let's see.
Whoever would guess that the 3... Whoever would guess...
Okay. Nothing there. We just need to make it happen, right?
Well, 1 in 3 isn't half...
That depends. It roughly...
Again?
All right, but no. We jump. 1... 3.
We jumped. But what happened?
Rufus? Rufus, wake up!
Did we make it? We survived, I guess.
Ouch! What happened? You made it. Bravo.
Where's Cletus?
I don't think he made it, but I'm not quite sure. It all went down very fast. Now, do you see the antenna anywhere?
I'm at it.
Cletus actually jumped? I get so confused because they're all so similar.
I can't reach it from here.
Can we go in here? Oh, we got all kinds of stuff. There's a hole. There's a couple of screws. Okay. Can we take these out with our hands? Because we usually need a tool for this stuff. Let's put that screw in here, maybe? And then take a screw from here. Alright, now what? Let's take this screw. I would have thought that worked. There we go. Transmitter.
Ha! I've got it. Do you hear me, Argus? I've got it. Very good. And now, destroy it.
Piece of cake.
Transmitter. Yeah, stop. Give me the transmitter. Alright. Throw it into the rotor.
I can't reach it from here. If I throw it, it'll just ricochet.
Well then go up, dummy. Oh, wait. Go back down, dummy. Let's put the screws down here. Alright, now let's go get it.
No! What are you doing?
Destroying the transmitter. What else?
You're not about to stick your hand in the rotor, are you? I knew you were an idiot, but the sheer folly of this really surmounts everything I've heard so far!
Oh, what'd he do? How'd he survive?
I did it! The transmitter is destroyed!
Deponia is safe! Yes, very impressive.
It actually
But
was.
to make it a little more interesting, you blocked the rotor.
Then help me up so we can get the rotor running again. It would be such a bummer if the high boat were to break apart at this point. After all, we're only a stone's throw from Elysium.
Yes, that's an idea. Another idea would be to let you rot down there. I suppose it depends.
Depends on what?
Your decision. Will you help me with my coup against the Council of Elders?
Yes. You what?
What's going on?
Something's blocking the starboard rotor.
Is that bad?
No idea. You missed Deponia.
We're about to crash? But we're almost there. I can already see the airlocks.
The airlocks, you say? But of course.
The maintenance ladders.
Perhaps I can hold our position long enough so we can evacuate. Go and gather your friends together.
And what about the organons?
Them too, of course. Now that the detonation has been cancelled, I hope that Argus will rethink his plan. I will inform the Council of Elders.
But what about you?
Go! There's no time for discussion. Go now!
I refuse to believe this. You still intend to have the Organon invade Elysium?
Why not? Where else could we go? I will never allow that to happen.
Are they robots or people?
Come on, Rufus. Those soldiers down there are our brothers.
Oh, they're
We share
clones.
the
That's
same
right.
genes. Basically,
Duh.
we're identical. Why should you be allowed to get to Elysium and not one of them? Or two, or three? Where do you draw the line? Who gets to decide that? You, perhaps? No, but so. What do you say?
No way.
Never. That's too bad. But it can't be helped. Somehow I knew you wouldn't cooperate. So long, Rufus.
Uh-oh.
No! Stop that!
Bye-bye, Rufus.
You
rotten bastard!
Oh! How do you guys keep surviving? Oh, that'll do it.
There you are again.
Ah, it hurts. It's your own fault. Ow. You're a fine one to laugh, but now we're all in the same boat again. I think I can free myself.
Ooh.
Ah!
Dead.
Don't.
Hopefully dead.
The rotor is only stuck because we're all in between. As soon as one of us moves, it will start running again. Then we all die. But if we continue blocking the rotor, then the high boat will crash one way or another. We're dead. Just how did we manage to end up in this stupid situation?
Don't look at me. You two messed it up this time.
What? Can't come up with a cunning plan for once?
Let me think. Nah, it's completely hopeless.
So we can relax then.
Rufus! Cletus?
Goal!
What's happened here?
Doesn't matter.
You have to get us out of here.
Preferably before the high boat crashes.
At least
Guess
one of
it's
us.
a little too late for that. Dad says that all these rotor failures have damaged the engines. He's able to hold the high boat in position for now. But evacuation has already started. We've only got minutes.
Oh, great. Now everyone's getting to Elysium but me, right?
Exactly. Get me out of here. You can only save one of us before the rotor starts turning again.
No, there must be a way to get all three of you out.
No, there isn't. Come on, make a decision.
How can I decide that? I don't even know who's who.
Really? I'm Rufus.
I am Rufus. He's lying. I am Rufus.
They're both bold-faced liars. I am Rufus.
Oh, great. And now, can the real Rufus give me some sort of proof?
Of course I can.
I know something the other two don't.
I know something that the other two definitely don't.
Oh, and what's that?
Did I cook breakfast this morning? You're wearing purple underwear today.
You're wearing your purple underwear today.
Huh? When did you see my underwear?
I think my fingers are slipping.
Oh, great. Now we have to start over again. So, who's who?
I'm Rufus.
I am Rufus.
Oh, really? Prove it.
Well,
Who cares? Just leave us here and save yourself.
who cares which of us is Rufus? Just leave us here and save yourself. The most important thing is that you survive.
Ha! He just gave himself away. Exactly. The real Rufus.
That's me. Would never say such a thing.
You're right. That really didn't sound like Rufus. Could it be possible that you changed that much?
The real Rufus will never change. You know that.
Then, perhaps it's just another trick to look good.
No.
It's true. I'm not Rufus.
It's true. I'm not Rufus. Rufus? That's him. What? Yes. Yeah, sure. He's right. I am Rufus.
Is this a trick? A last desperate maneuver? You know, if I help him, it's too late to change your mind. You're going to fall and die.
Sure.
Definitely. Just
Sure.
think.
Everybody's
how can
gonna die.
I be the real Rufus? The real Rufus is never gonna give up. He'll never change. And he'll never
Let go.
let go.
Stop! No!
But these two are going to get chopped up.
Come on, Go. We need to get out. Come.
Huh?
Hello, Rufus!
What? Barry, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You were my idol, you remember? And I follow you everywhere. No, seriously, I just wanted to tell you how much I admire what you're doing here. At first, of course, I was shocked, but then I did understand. Brilliant, really. It was actually the only thing you could do. A genius plan, even from a philosophical point of view. The ultimate altruistic deed. Huh. Wow, Rufus, the oh-so-resolute Rufus, at last finally changed!
It literally had to kill him to change.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Do you really think this outfit is appropriate?
But Rufus, everyone knows you're a Deponian. You remember that, right? You no longer need to pretend. Never again. You can simply be yourself. Forever, Rufus.
But this is totally cool.
Ah, here come our heroes, the saviors of Deponia. Well, a fine mess you got us into, if I may say so. Your report poses us a difficult dilemma. Naturally, now that we know Deponia is inhabited, our journey to Utopia is cancelled for the time being. But the high boat is destroyed, and the cable is cut. And with so many new citizens, our resources will be used up even faster than expected. What will become of Elysium? Are we forced to land on Deponia? Is that the solution? So many questions.
I'm afraid I have no answers for you, Your Eminence. But this Deponian here is a true genius.
Who? Me?
If you're stuck for unusual ideas, his imagination knows no limit.
Go ahead. Any suggestion will be welcome.
But gold?
You can do it.
Well, perhaps
Wow, what a
we
bunch
could
of
mount some
fruitcakes live here.
rockets on Elysium.
Go on.
Or flying dragons. And if we put monster truck tires on a gigantic dirigible,
Monster truck tires?
then perhaps we could train a few eagles and
Getting back to those flying dragons, how big would they have to be?
oh, huge, with very large teeth, and they should breathe fire.
They're on Elysium, but what's in the background? Oh, it's just other spires off of Elysium. Okay. So that's how it's gonna go down, huh? Post credits. It doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I mean, oh wow, that's kind of a bummer picture going on. Rufus falling to his death. Okay, thoughts and feelings. This game was, I mean, this was the epitome of a mixed bag for me, man. I mean, there's some things that I really, really loved about it, and some things I really, really didn't like about it. Almost an even split, if I'm being honest. I'll start with let's start with the things I didn't care for. I hate ending things on a bad note. But let's get those out of the way so I can go to the things I like. I like ending positive. So let's start with mechanically my problems with this game, and it's not a lot of them. They were just prevalent. One was the typical puzzle game trap of moon logic, of not having the slightest inkling of a clue what you're supposed to do, that leads to just random accidental things, wandering around lost for a long time, or having to just break down and look it up, like I did with the solution to the way back in the first game, the first Deponia, where you had to turn your actual internal volume down on the game itself in order to proceed. Something you never would have imagined being a course of action, because there's nothing guiding you towards that. It's quote unquote clever. It's an interesting trick, but again, not like Kojima did with Metal Gear Solid, sometimes playing with mechanics outside of the game like that, where they felt you were at least guided towards that solution. This was just, hope you randomly decide to turn your volume down, because otherwise you're stuck. There's no solution in the game for you. So that kind of stuff came up a little too often for me. Things were just a little too obtuse. And they stuck out so bad because you would hit a roll of solving puzzles where things made sense. And then you hit those and they just kind of break it for me. And I hate that in all puzzle games. It's not this alone. Most point-and-click puzzle games have some stuff like that. Chiak, I think, was the best example of one where I didn't run into that a lot. You usually could figure out what you were doing with what you had to work with. Secondly, I would say that a lot of repetitiveness in here. Wow, did that just flat out kick out the credits? Okay, that was interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. Well, it doesn't matter. A lot of repetitiveness in repetition of dialogue, in hitting rooms with obnoxiously loud sound effects that just repeated ad nauseum. And it's bad for me. I felt bad for you guys because I've tweaked the volume as much as I can without turning it off, but it's still really loud and obnoxious sometimes. But anyway, that kind of thing is a mechanical thing that can get really annoying over a period of the 50 plus hours it's taken to beat this trilogy. So I mean, it was released episodically, so I can't blame that on them. You never were meant to play 45 hours in a go, but it was long, and so this thing's really again stood out more. The final thing I have to say, it's a very specific thing. I mentioned it when it happened, was that one particular incident which hit really, really rough for me with the whole the organ grinder monkey quest thing. I know that I'm an American, and this was made in Germany, and there are different sensitivities, different cultural assessments, but that stuff was too spot on, hitting into some really bad racist tropes. And while I agree that stuff like that can be used in a way to make a point that is both funny and still kind of shocking, they didn't hit that here for me. This was just, ha 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 ha, this is so bad, this is racist, and it just didn't sit right with me. I really, really was uncomfortable in that particular section of the game. Rufus overall was unlikable. I get it. I wished ill will on him through the whole game. He remained unlikable till the very end, but that piece just hit differently for me. I have a hard time seeing how it couldn't hit for you if you're American. with yeah. Anyway, can't speak for another country's cultural sensibilities, but as an American player, didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Really left a kind of a rotten taste in my mouth. I wish they hadn't done that. You could write a lot of stuff off as just Rufus is a jerk and he's selfish, but that went a little too far for me. And I'm usually pretty good about shock humor. I just didn't like the way they handled that particular thing. I think they might have had a different style of joke in mind, that did not land as intended. But anyway, let's brush that stuff over and talk about what I liked. I think, first of all, the idea of this like epic 3-part adventure in a point-and-click world was really cool. I like the carryover and accumulation of characters through the 3 games. I thought that was really neat. I liked the art style was like spot on for me. Like, I loved the sharpness of it, the detail of it. Some of the animation could have been better here and there, but that's nitpicky. I mean, these games aren't for that for the most part. But overall, I thought just the presentation was fantastic, and I really did like it. I loved the guy singing between all the intros. I loved his songs. They were so bad they were good. The rap songs, they were just so bad they were bad. But the guy singing the folk songs, that was pretty stinking awesome. I still laugh at those every single time. And the puzzles, when they clicked and you were on a flow and things made sense, you could connect the dots. They were great. Even when they had crazy whacked out solutions that were Rube Goldberg and made no real world sense. In the logic of the game, they made sense, and you could connect A to B and move that kind of stuff along, and I thought that was great. The mini games were a good break here and there. Some of them I thought were a little too obtuse, like the puzzles. A little too much guesswork in what you were trying to accomplish and how the rules worked, even with the instructions on the side. But overall, it's cool to have a break from the moon logic puzzles to that kind of like more logical puzzles, more or less, once you get the grip of all the ins and outs of it. Those were a neat little addition too. So yeah, I mean, this one's, like I said, it's down the line 50-50 with me. There's about half of this game I could really push and say, hey, yeah, play it. It's really cool. And the other half that's like, there's some parts that are going to annoy you. There's some parts that are going to cause you some irritation. There's some parts that might just flat out offend you. And so it's hard to recommend it wholeheartedly based on that. Glad I played it overall. It always like stood out to me as a cool looking thing I wanted to try, but not for everybody by any stretch of the imagination. But a good effort nonetheless. Big thumbs up for everything that I liked on it. And they need more puzzle point and click adventures. They just need to collectively realize that everything needs to make sense. Even if it's a wacky solution, it needs to make sense. You need to somehow put your brain into that world of that game, those rules, and have them all click. Every puzzle point and click needs to follow that guideline. If you do that, you're going to make a pretty good game. If you make me have to go to a wiki for solutions because, I don't know why the otter and the power drill are supposed to work together to make an ice cream float. It's got to make some kind of sense. But anyway, guys, this was a long one. Thank you so much for sticking with me. We'll yet to see what's coming up next. I got a couple ideas in my head, but shouldn't be a break as far as you're concerned. The next thing will come up tomorrow, but I'll muddle it out in my head as to what that's going to be, and I've got good ideas, plenty of content to put out. Just kind of parsing it out, things I want to try, how we want to get it out to you. As always, if you've watched enough of these and you haven't subscribed, it'd be really cool if you did subscribe and you would see everything that I put out. I'm trying to get a more comprehensive schedule out. I keep tweaking things to try and figure out ways to get more content out, and I think I've hit a stride for keeping 10 episodes a week, and I'll maintain that for as long as I can. If it ever comes where it doesn't work in life, then I'll have to change that, but right now it is, so we'll keep it going. Yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it. More to come, all kind of different stuff. Don't ever think I'm gonna hone in on one thing. I just don't have a brain for that. We're gonna keep bouncing around and trying things I haven't tried before. Anyway, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves.